I reached out to Patreon CEO Jack Conte, and I asked him what went into this decision, and he told me that they have a trust and safety team that evaluates these things exhaustively. And so I said, well, can you provide links to the examples of the speech that sealed Benjamin's fate with the team? And he did that. He sent me the transcript of what he said and links to the audio on YouTube. And the transcript was fairly eye-opening. He was using the N-word with apparent abandon and using other slurs. But then I clicked through to the offending audio, and honestly, it took me about 45 seconds to determine that the context really mattered here. What was happening was Benjamin was being attacked by white supremacists in an online chat, and he was castigating them in terms that he thought they would find offensive. And while I don't support his tactics here, none of it sounded good, and obviously it could be used against him maliciously. The truth is, there was simply no indication that he would use these words in other contexts to express his own bigotry. He was also appearing on someone else's channel, right? So therefore, this forum wasn't even funded by his own Patreon page. So it's very hard to see how he was in violation of their terms of service. And the fact that it took me less than a minute to understand these things, while Patreon claims to have done this exhaustive review, made me worry about the degree to which political bias is clouding the company's judgment. So as I thought was clear in my initial email, this really wasn't a pure case of me communicating my solidarity with Benjamin or anyone else. It was in part that, certainly from what I can tell, what was done to him was deeply unfair. But honestly, I was also motivated by my own self-interest here. As I said, I can't allow any significant part of my podcast funding to exist at the pleasure of a bunch of millennials who can't figure out which way is up when someone utters a taboo string of syllables.